Small wins. That's the focus of today's voice. One of the things that get overlooked in life is small wins. Small wins that you got out of bed on time. Small wins that you made a healthy breakfast instead of having something that's unhealthy. Small wins meaning that you made your bed. Those small wins, aka small accomplishments, carry over into your day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Small wins are so important that they set you up for success like a domino effect. You know, I think small wins people overlook because they're not necessarily popular. You know, because we're too focused on the glamour and the big goal. It's because our minds have been trained to think big. But our minds haven't been trained to say, you know, I need to accomplish the small goal. Or small goals, I should say. Small wins, aka. To get to the bigger goal, which is the think big that people tell you to think. You know, it's funny to me because I've heard that motto all the time, but nobody's talking about the plan to get there. The small wins along the way that you're planning for. It's like when you're going on a trip. To get to your destination, or excuse me, when you're going on a road trip, to get to your destination, you have to go through small cities, and you have to travel to gas stations, etc. The small wins that you got further than you did the previous hour. Nobody talks about that. Those small wins like that in life count. They will always count. And trust me, in the journey that you're walking down, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to do something in life that maybe many people don't believe that you can do, hell, maybe you don't even believe you can do. Getting those small wins along the way will keep you in it. Small wins. I can't stress that enough, how important they are. You know, one of the things that I like to watch that reminds me of small wins is the NCAA basketball tournament. Why do I say that? Because when watching games, throughout the games, teams get steals, go on 10-0 runs, stuff like that throughout the game that enables them to win. Those are small wins. Small teams, I should say, small schools, when they upset bigger schools, it was the small wins throughout the game that enabled them to get the victory. And the same thing happens in life. Small wins to get out of bed in the morning. Small wins to make your breakfast. Small wins to spend time with your kids before you do whatever it is that you do for the day. Small wins to talk to your wife. Small wins to talk to your husband, significant other. Small wins to change your attitude. Small wins to get it done. Those small things lead to bigger goals. I think about entrepreneurship, for example. Jeff Bezos took out a piece of paper and spray painted the word Amazon.com and hung it on his small office wall. That was a huge small win for the bigger goal that he has today, which is one of the largest empires in the world. And one of the things that he often goes back and references when he gives speeches is Big things come from humble beginnings, and he always shows that picture of that sign where he spray painted Amazon.com on his wall. That's a small win that led to a big gain. That's what I'm talking about. Small wins will enable you to believe. Small wins will give you the confidence. Small wins will give you the motivation. Small wins will change your life. But I think another important thing is that small wins will allow you to give your old self the pink slip. Because small wins tells your old self, I'm not going back to that anymore. I'm not going to be my old self. I'm going to start making small wins to be the best version of myself and to be a better version than I was of myself yesterday. That's why I think small wins is very powerful. Small wins will give us the confidence that we need to step into a world that we've never been before, accomplish things that we've never have accomplished before, and do things that we never thought we could before. Because see, everybody knows about the big goal, but not everybody focuses on the small wins. And when you focus on the small wins, your chance of attaining that goal that you have down the road goes through the roof. Trust me, it does. Because the small wins will keep you in it. The small wins will keep you from quitting. The small wins will keep your mind in a positive state and away from the negative stuff. Small wins will keep you strong, baby. Yes, they will. If you don't believe me, let's sit down and talk about what small wins can do for you if you don't believe this podcast. I think out of all the episodes I've ever done, probably one of the most important right here, small wins. It's what our reality is, baby. Small wins will take you to the promised land. Yes, they will. It's one of those things where, how do I say this? It's one of those things where it'll shock you. Yes, it will. Small wins is what actually gives you the glory. Small wins is what actually gains respect. Small wins will allow you to be better every single day. And if you don't think so, just try it. Pull out your notepad. Write down one small win that you want to do for the next day. Then write down 2, then 3, then 4. Let it build and watch how you change. Because you will. You'll start seeing things differently. Your confidence will turn around if it's not in a good spot. And you'll see your world evolve right in front of you. My name is Scott Foley. Thank you for listening today. Do have a blessed day. Bye-bye.